Hi everyone, welcome to Gnan Cloud Garage. In this session, I'm going to talk about how to validate the NVIDIA GPU qualified system catalog. Because why we are discussing this question is there is some scenarios. Let's say we have some existing hardware infrastructure. Let's take the example of Hewlett Packard Enterprise. We have some HPE Synergy frames or HPE DL servers or HPE Apollo servers, and we got a new project. We are planning to implement the enterprise grade Kubernetes platform in our environment as per the customer requirement. When we plan to deploy any of the enterprise grade Kubernetes platform, there is a chances of some applications require a GPU processor. So when we plan to insert a GPU processor and buy a new GPU processor and want to insert in our server infrastructure, we have to validate that whether this GPU model is suitable for our system or not. There is a compatibility metrics. So to validate our hardware infrastructure supported for the specific NVIDIA GPU model, we need this requirement. Okay, so not only the OpenShift platform, even for any other enterprise grade platform, enterprise grade Kubernetes platform, one scenario. And another scenario is, suppose you want to implement a virtual desktop infrastructure. I want to implement a VDI in our environment. There is some workloads require a GPU resources. That is also another scenario. Okay, so this kind of scenarios we need to validate our NVIDIA GPU is qualified within the qualified system catalog. We need to validate that our server model is compatible or not. Okay, suppose if it is not compatible, even though if you insert the GPU, there will be a compatibility issues. So to avoid that, we should have an idea how to validate the our supported matrix, hardware supported matrix. Okay, so to validate this one, just open a login to open a browser, and in the Google you can just type that NVIDIA qualified system catalog. When you type NVIDIA system qualified system catalog in Google, you will find the first official link from the NVIDIA website. So just open that link. You can see clearly qualified system catalog. So the qualified system catalog offers a comprehensive list of GPU accelerated system from our partner network. So all our partners like HPE, any of the other third party hardware vendors. So these servers and workstations have been purpose built to accelerate a variety of applications across artificial intelligence, data science, visualization, simulation, and 3D design collaboration, high performance computing, and more. There are so many other use cases also like video analytics and Kubernetes platforms also we require a GPU processor. Okay, so to verify this catalog, there are two methods. See here we have option to help me to choose. There are categories to choose your options like 3D computing and visualization. That is one use case. And suppose your requirement is artificial intelligence and data science, or else enterprise data center or high performance computing. For example, you can choose any randomly. Let's say the first option I choose 3D computing and visualization. And workload must be, we have to choose either it is a virtual desktop or engineering simulation analysis. There are again workload also scenarios, different scenarios. Suppose here is 3D computing, so the relevant workload will be 3D design collaboration. And in the system class also, we have a entry class, mainstream, and best performance. You can choose any specific system class. For example, I select as a best performance. And even the NVIDIA certified type, where we are going to use, whether we are going to use in data center or desktop workstation or edge locations or any of the specific AI enterprise vSphere, AI enterprise bare metal. This is the scenarios. So it depends on your requirement. You can choose or just leave it as a NVIDIA certified type. So when you select all these options, you will find, see, there are a 46 results. So these 46 results will show us the hardware name, hardware system vendor name, and also the system model and NVIDIA supported GPU processor. Currently it is showing only the 10 entries. Just change it to the 50 so that all the 46 display items you will find. See, there are multiple vendors are available in the first use case scenario. So similarly, even there is a HPE Apollo 6500 model is suitable for this model. it's one of the GPU processor A40. So that is a relevant processor in this use case scenario. Suppose another use case is, again you can change the category to AI data science, and you can choose the workload. Let's say your workload for data deep learning training, you can choose the workload as deep learning, or if it is for data analytics, you can choose data analytics. And system class, if you have a information for system class, you can choose it, or else you can leave it as default system class and certificate type. Still there are 64 items are available. Suppose if you are looking for any specific vendor, you can select your vendor also here. Suppose I'm looking for a Hewlett Packard Enterprise. So within this vendor, there are six supported devices. So within HPE, we have Proliant model, Apollo model, and Proliant DL380, even 380 also generation 10 plus and generation 10. These all the models are available, and these are the supported NVIDIA GPU process. Okay, so this is the one method. Another method is, similarly, you can choose the other rest of the categories and verify your compatibility in the top section. Help me to choose. Another method is, there are from the NVIDIA, there are supported metrics is showing for a 2567 items. So within that, if you have any specific vendor, you can choose the specific vendor. Let's say I'm selecting as HPE. Within the HPE, there is a supported hardware as 197 items are available. And if you have any specific GPU information with you handy, you can choose the specific GPU information. Let's say my GPU is M10. So select the M10, and see currently M10 is not supported for any of the hardware. So just clear this one and choose the any of the other model. Let's say for example, any of the RTX or T4 model. Suppose if I select the NVIDIA GPU T4 model, there are 48 items are listed. So these all items are supported for this model of GPU. Okay, so as I mentioned earlier, M10 is not supported. So that is the one use case. So before we are planning to procure any NVIDIA GPU, we must validate our hardware model is supported with this GPU or not. Okay, so this is how we can validate. And let's back to the slide. And another use case scenario is, suppose we are planning to choose specific model. How to verify the NVIDIA GPU, and the model is A100 8GB memory, supported for HPE DL380 or 385 generation 10 plus model or not. Generally 380 ends with 0 means it's a Intel motherboard, and 385 means it's 5 means it's a AMD motherboard. Okay, and the DL generation 10 plus is the common model. So let's back to the same website, and we have the requirement is GPU A100 80GB. So you can clear all the previous searches, and we already have the requirement. The requirement must be HPE model. So first you can choose the respective vendor. Let's say system builder is HPE, and system model also there are plenty of models. You can choose the specific model from here, or else you can directly search the GPU model. Let's say GPU model we have A10, A140GB, A180GB. So our requirement is A180GB. So this 880GB, when we select the GPU A180GB, there are 11 items are listed. Within these 11 items, you can see that our Proliant DL380 generation 10 plus is supported. Okay, and the GPU connectivity type is PC, peripheral component interconnect generation 4 is the connectivity method. And also maximum in this model of server, we can insert two GPUs, and the CPU is a Intel Ice Lake CPU, and maximum CPUs are two CPU on the hardware, and the validation type NVIDIA is certified this model. And this is a 0 means, as I mentioned, 380 means it's running with the Intel processor, and the 385 generation 10 plus means this is running with a AMD processor, and this is also supported as per the official principal vendor website. It's supported, so that when you are procuring, we already got the confirmation from the compatibility matrix within the NVIDIA website, so that we are good to use this model. Okay, that's how we can validate. I just shown you one example how to validate. Similarly, based on your organization requirement, you can go to the NVIDIA website and verify the qualified system checks. It depends on your GPU models and also the respective server models. Okay, thank you. That's it. If you're watching this video first time, please do view, share and subscribe to the Gnan Cloud Garage channel. If you are already subscribed, I appreciate all your support. Bye for now.